Hi, everybody. Happy Easter.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with,
Oberon.
and me, the birthday girl, Banshee. Okay, I'm a little premature. It's not my birthday yet.
That's what your mother said.
And you know what? It is true. I was premature. But at any rate, woo! It's my week-long birthday festivities beginning.
So happy Easter, happy Passover, and if you're still celebrating, happy Ostara, happy spring, Ostara, which is the Sabbath with a rabbit.
There you go. So I brought out the few Eastery things I could find, but one of them, it's really dirty, but I've tried to dust it off a little, but it's made out of stuff that collects dirt over the years. But as you can see, this cute little Easter.
It's a metaphor because it was also made by
our son and former producer,
Mr. Monster Hunter.
Mr. Monster. That's right. So he did that,
He's a Rolling Stone. He collects
Do you
moss.
think that was like in kindergarten maybe? Or
Somewhere in the kindergarten
yeah,
era.
I think in the Detroit Waldorf School, which is where he, went to school.
Yes, a Rudolf Steiner school. Very metaphysical in a way.
Excuse me. Happy early birthday to me. And we're celebrating the beginning of my week-long birthday festivities with Mr. O. You get your own plate there. You could show it in camera. The wonderful peanut butter chocolate chip cookies I made yesterday. And Mr. O's not been a slacker either lately. Oh my gosh. He made some amazing chicken noodle soup the other day. Wow. It's just out of sight. But he also made his famous firecrackers.
Alabama firecrackers.
That's right.
Look at those peppery goodness.
Yeah, well, the Waldorf School is all about, creativity and art. And my son really learned a lot from there. Just an awesome experience. Never regretted that decision. Hey, Gina, do you like my wardrobe choices for today? I did mention I had a Yes tie-dyed shirt.
We have the Yes Special Cam. Bow your head.
And I also have my hat. Yes has been kind of a real important influence, I think, for me, but also, it kind of brought me and Mr. O together. We loved Yes music throughout the years. Went to many a concert.
It's our own wondrous story.
In a way. That's right. That's right.
So, shall we move?
We're going to move some stuff. Yeah, indeed. Mm-hmm. Just a little props for the season. And, what are these? Well, yesterday, one of the Twitter folks, I think it was Celine Segal, I'm not sure, she had a thing where she was having people show their different collections, just to pass the quarantine by, I guess. And so I picked some of my silly talking divination tools to show off. This one was from Sharper Image. It's called a cue ball. And basically, the cue ball, if you bang it 3 times, it'll give you a message in a variety of voices. For example, George Bush's voice is in here, and a bunch of other different celebrity or different kind of voices. There's a Valley Girl voice and things like that. So I'm going to hit it 3 times. Also, it gets cranky. If you hit it too hard, it yells at you. So I don't know.
Do you ask a question first?
You can ask a question first, like I can ask for the millionth time if I'm going to win $1 million in the lottery. And let's see what it says. Okay, cue ball.
Shake it, don't break it. Don't worry, be happy.
If you couldn't quite hear that, it said, "Don't worry, be happy."
Sound advice to me. Then one of the other ones in my collection, I had more that I showed in the picture, is this is actually Hallmark's Madeline or Maxine person, and it's called the Misfortune Teller, because Maxine's kind of cranky in her old age, and she's got a lot of sage wisdom, though, for a cranky person. But, when you ask her a question, she gets a little cranky about it. So let's see. If I ask that $1 million question again, what would Maxine say?
Do you really want me to answer that? Boy, are you a glutton for punishment.
So there you have it.
Well, alrighty then.
Just a little silliness to make our day.
Indeed.
I hope everybody's been doing great. And I want to thank you all for joining me today on the kickoff of my birthday celebration. So today I thought for the collective, I would read from Colette Barron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle today. I'll pull a card for all of us. This is a fantastic deck. It really is. And surprise, surprise, I had been missing 2 cards from one of my Lenormand decks. Didn't know where they ended up. They're the exact same size as the cards in this deck. And so somehow the 2 cards got mixed in here. So it was very fortuitous that I picked this deck today because I found the cards that I'd been missing. Very strange, but so fortuitous. And you know what, Mr. O? I'm going to let you draw a card for the collective. I know they're a little hardy.
Oh dear. I need a wrench to get in between here. Crowbar.
There you go. Thank you. We have the Seahorse Spirit today.
Aww.
So the Seahorse is about watching and waiting. And I think, wow, we're like doing a lot of that lately. And it was reversed. And so Colette has what she calls a protection message when the card comes up in reverse. So here is her protection message. Are you holding on to judgment? Sure that your perspective is the only correct way to look at things? There are many perspectives as there are creatures in the sea. And when Seahorse Spirit appears, you're reminded to detach from the experience so you can view it from more than one angle. Pay attention to your hidden beliefs and how they affect the way you feel, think, and act. Are you being fair to all involved, or do you need to take a step back? Perhaps the drama you have been drawn into is your own. Whatever the actions of others, your challenge is to be non-reactive and not take their words or behaviors personally. Their turbulence may have little to do with you, so remain neutral until you know more. Your perspective may be quite different than in time. And that's very true, very, very true. I just think that's a gorgeous picture. The artwork on her decks is always really fantastic.
Everybody's saying such nice things about your birthday and to you.
No, I like what Casey said. You might be right about that, Casey. You just might be right. So I hope everybody's been staying safe and healthy. This is like a very difficult time. I have to share one experience that's kind of serious that I had recently. Last Thursday night, people who joined us on our stream might remember that I brought up, my worries and feelings and fears about people in nursing homes right now and what they're going through, because they're just like sitting ducks getting this virus. And for some reason, it was really on my mind Thursday. I couldn't get it out of my mind. And after the live stream was over, I turned on the news, and right there, right in front of me, not even a mile away from us, there's a nursing home that has a major problem in my own city. And, at least 7 people have died and 15 people have been infected, staff and people, and that's at least because according to some people in the home, people were dying so fast that they're not sure they had time to test them to see what they died from. So I don't know. I think I really was picking something up. This is not the first time something like that has happened to me. And so I am not surprised that I picked up the energy of my surrounding community. So it kind of hit me. But, I am feeling better and stronger today. You know how we pulled that Three of Swords reversed for today? I think that's apropos with how I'm feeling. I'm feeling stronger every day. And I hope everybody else is managing through this crisis. And here we are to share together and try to have some fun today.
The nursing home is probably about a mile.
Yeah, not even that. Yeah.
No, it's about a mile.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so, yeah.
So it's kind of crushing, but hey, oh my gosh, Stacy, thank you
Stacy.
for joining and subscribing. Good to have you here. Great to see all the Twitter people. Uh-oh, Firecracker, he's going to be coughing in a minute. Firecrackers are tough. So we're enjoying a little birthday fun, and just for a little more ambiance, I brought my little Aries emblem down. There we are. I should have had this out at the beginning of the month, and I could have brought my Mars statue down. So much for me. But this has been unusual times and circumstances, and so I'm a little off my game. Maybe 2 cards short of a deck, as KC has pointed out.
Yeah, it is pretty sad, all the things that are going on. And we do give thanks for healthcare workers. Over many years, Banshee and I have both known a number of them, and some of them have been very good friends of ours. And certainly other kinds of friends and stuff. And we appreciate everything they've been doing and hope that they can remain safe.
Yep. Absolutely. So, hey, Mr. O, what decks are you reading with today?
Well, I have brought out several. I don't know if I'll use them all, but I am once again going to use the Tarot of the Norse Shadows, kind of Norse-ish oriented. I also have the Karma Music Tarot, which is kind of an alternative tarot from the 70s or so.
Those cards are crazy.
They really are crazy, but I like them a lot. They're large and vivid and easy to read in a way. And then if I get around to it, I may try to use the Night Sun Tarot. This is a tarot card that's unique. It's artist by Fabio Listrani, who also did the Santa Muerte Tarot, which is even more stunning than this one. We'll see. What do you got, Bench?
Well, since I found the full deck, I brought back out my Pagan Lenormand, which will be something that we'll be reading on the side. It's by Gina M. Pace, and the artwork's by Franco Rivoli. It is a Lo Scarabo deck. And then I went a little hog wild. No surprise. It is my birthday time after all. It's my party. And I brought out, of course, my Ciro Marchetti Tarot Grand Lux is here. I also have the Animal Totem Tarot, which I absolutely love. And that's I believe it's a Llewellyn deck. It might be Lo Scarabo too, but I believe the artwork's by Eugene Smith, and Amber Weatherstone is the author. And, gosh, I'm sure I have the book. Yes, okay. For a little fun today, I have also brought out the Housewives Tarot, which comes in a great recipe box and is arranged with little recipe, divider cards. It's such a fun deck. And it's by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. And finally, yes, I have 4 decks today, Mr. O. I also have the After Tarot again by Corinne Kenner. And so that's it. I'm all full up with decks. But one thing I will offer, it is Easter. And I do have some Catholic roots in me. And so today, just for the heck of it.
Really? I thought those were just gray roots.
I have a lot of those too. Thank you, Mr. O. Clobber you for that. But I will also, if somebody would like, just in the spirit of Easter, and it's a very, very short little 1 or 2 word interpretation for these, I brought out this oracle deck called The Voice of the Saints. And so if you want me to pull a saint card for you today, I am more than happy to do it because it's Easter.
And by the way, that's not a t-shirt. It's just a nice white rib shirt with Matt. They're talking about my
So, Mr. O, I'm sorry. I'm getting this party started with a cookie right now. Toasting my soon-to-be birthday next Sunday. Be here. There will definitely be wine. I'm saving a bottle of wine for my birthday. And hopefully some sort of baked good. If the grocery gods provide, and even if they don't, I will come up with something.
Well, we could probably figure out a way to get baked. Find baked.
Did you see those comments? About your look?
Right, that's why I commented about the white shirt.
Oh,
Earlier, Gina or somebody did that.
is my thing behind again? All right.
Well, I thought you were talking about the latest ones. Never mind.
Never mind. All right. Let's get the show on the road. So, I've got a list started. I think I've got everybody on the list, but I'm not sure. So, I think we start with Ronnie, Masonic, Merwin, KC, Gina, Kayla, Am, Sunny D, and if Stacy wants a reading, you are welcome to have a reading today, Stacy. And also, we'll see what happens. You know what I always say, if we have extra time at the end. But I don't know why I think I jinx myself when I say that, because more and more people come, and then we don't have time.
Did you get a cell on Am?
No, I did not get a cell. I have Am. When did a cell come in?
He's there earlier.
All right, let me check.
Hi, a cell. Hi, Am.
I'm not seeing where a cell came in. Oh, there. Okay, a cell was after KC.
Yes, that looks about right.
All right. Here's the revised list. Thank you, Mr. O.
You're welcome.
Randy, Masonic, Merwin, KC, Acel, Gina, Kayla, Am, Sunny D, and Stacy.
All right.
And we're ready to go.
Okay, who's deck?
Who's first with the deck? Do you want me to use my Housewives Tarot to start things off?
Nope, I have a deck.
You have a deck. Okay, so Ronnie, you are up. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing names.
We've been through this before.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I've been known to mispronounce names.
Okay, we have our question. Let's see if we can geographically locate where Ronnie's husband may be coming from, or their future husband. Not sure how we'll do that. We'll just have to sort of go with a sense of it, eh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're going to see what we pick up on this. Maybe we could have done it as a yes-no to just find out if it's India. Why don't we try that?
Okay.
I'm going to let you shuffle again, though, I think, with that in mind. And let's see what that says, and then maybe we can do something else real quick.
Not to be a downer person, but I would also like to mention that next Sunday, which is, of course, you know whose birthday here, but is also the 11th anniversary of the death of one of our best friends for many years, about 30 years. They had an illness and they passed away that day. So I was remembering them earlier because they were a good friend. They were our son's unofficial godfather.
Yeah, on my birthday, we were baking cake with my granddaughter when I got the news, and I just tried to keep it all together for the granddaughter, and just shocking news.
But it's kind of interesting because these two were probably pretty much best friends, so it's interesting he died on her birthday.
Look at that.
Pulled it out, eh?
Well, if that's what they want.
But I mean, wasn't it almost
Yep.
at the end? Yeah.
It was the end.
Excuse me.
Wait a
Cookie
minute.
burp.
That was one. It's hard for me to tell with these.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
gee.
would say India's a definite possibility.
Compellingly, yes.
Compellingly, yes. And I think since this was so fast, let's throw 3 cards to just see if we can get any information about this person. So this does look like your future husband is coming from India, according to what we see. So we're just going to do a quick other 3 card for you.
We used our traditional yes or no spread.
Yes.
And that's what we got. Okay, Banshee. I'm so bummed because normally by this time I would have probably polished off 2 or 3 big bags of jelly beans just by myself. And of course,
Did I shuffle them?
No, you didn't.
I did not.
That's okay. Let's just go with it. Mm-hmm. And of course, yeah, I'm missing my jelly beans. I keep forgetting to order them. We've had a couple of deliveries that I keep forgetting to order. All right.
Well, I would say from what I see here, we're going to show you the cards. You got the Fool upright. The King of Pentacles reversed. And then
The Ten of Wands upright.
I'm getting a feeling about this person. It's possible. I mean, if I look at the king here, that it's possible it's going to be somebody who is an earth sign. It seems like to me, because the Fool is here, that I feel that maybe you do not know this person has not come into your life yet, that this is going to be someone new. This is my feeling. We'll see what you have to say.
I agree with that.
And then finally, this person takes up either 2 things. I could look at the King of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Wands upright. This person works very, very hard and takes on a lot of things, maybe, more than they can handle. They sure could use somebody to help make them feel a little less burdened in their lives.
I have a different sense about that card. I sort of feel that, though I agree with you on the King card, I sort of get the sense that with this one here, this may be a person who's working actually under a sense of burdens, and that maybe there's a sense here
that's not
that
far from what
they
I said.
have, it's an internship or it's an agreement to work contract or something like that. It's sort of like something that obliges them to do a particular thing under possibly hardship or not really having a sense of true freedom. They're working off a debt, something like that.
I'm thinking that too, that maybe money's involved in some way. Either they have maybe they have to work harder to make the money that they make to bring in, or there's some need here. They're paying off some debt of some sort. But I don't think this is necessarily very bad. This shows
I would think
somebody
it would be
with a lot of
educational
character.
debt, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So hang on a minute. I am looking for where I put.
Your Lenormand.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Any idea? Oh, they're right
You're
here in
gonna
front
have
of
to
me.
get up and walk away from the
And they're so
camera.
big. How can I miss them? So let's see if the Lenormand can add a little bit more to this. But I feel this person, I feel this person also, the Fool could describe some characteristics of this person as well. And I feel that they're definitely adventurous. They're willing to take risks when they have to. And I think it's a very positive person overall. It just seems as though they may have some struggles that they're going through at the very beginning here, when you meet them.
That makes them show better, all 3 of them. What do you got, Batch?
Well,
Let me-
I've got the Bear. And I've got the Scythe. And I'm not sure here. I think that, I think in this relationship, each of you are going to have to learn to give a little bit. It seems to me, from what I'm seeing with those 2 cards, that both of you are going to be very powerful individuals in your own right. And you're going to have to learn how to power share in this relationship. Everybody's going to have to give a little bit, and maybe cut some of their, I don't know what to say. Maybe make some sacrifices, in order to make the relationship work. This is not a bad thing. That's what relationships are based on is, give and take. And I think that's all healthy and positive.
To me, I see these cards as sort of representing also maybe the dynamic between your energies in the relationship too. And that correctly, I sort of see this as being your energies of self-empowerment, that kind of thing. And with this one, I see this is a person who is working hard to get to you. Like maybe you haven't met yet, but maybe they are looking for a person like you, just as you are possibly looking for a person like them, and that they need to cut away or remove some issues which maybe relates to the debts or burdens that they're incurring. So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you, Ronnie. I hope that helps. And we are moving on to Masonic.
Thank you, Ronnie. That's so sweet of you to say that. Thank you. Appreciate hearing that.
Your spirit animal.
Ooh, well, I guess we have to use that deck, eh?
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I could have, I put them back, didn't I? Those ones.
You are welcome, and we love you guys too. Thank you.
Why don't we pull out this one and see what animals we get and see what resonates? We'll use the Animal Tarot for this. Which, of course, do I have the book handy again? No. So we're going to try to wing it. But I always say, when you're looking at these, you get a sign, an animal comes to you, there is so much information on the internet now, good information on, the correspondences to these animals and what they mean.
We once had a esoteric group, and it tried to work with various spirit animals or totem energies. And some of us had dreams about the animal that became kind of our group logos in a way. And some of us started seeing the animal. It was a crow.
It was a crow.
Seen it in different places. And so it was kind of cool,
I have an idea on how to do this one. I'm kind of improvising this as we go.
Alrighty.
It's a really good thought for me, though, to come up with a nice animal totem spread. I don't think I have one in my spread collection that I've created. Let's see. So, here we have, it looks to me like that's a salmon. I'm pretty sure the Eight of Cups. How appropriate for the Eight of Cups in a way, I think. And the second one is the Five of Pentacles. It's upright. It's raccoon.
Is that a raccoon? It looks more like a... Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. It's sort of, that snout looks elongated like...
It does.
I'm not sure. I'll let you decide for sure on that, unless you got your booklet around.
I'm not sure I do, but let's throw it to the collective to take a better look at there. They look like raccoons to me. I'm looking to see if I have my...
Well, they look like dead raccoons on a wagon then. I don't know.
Well, but it's the Five of Pentacles, don't forget. I think that's why they are the way they are. I see the box. I'm just going to pull it and see if I have it. Because just because I have the box, nope, that's not the right box. So I don't have the box right now.
All right. Well, let's just move on to the next one then.
Well, no, I want to talk about these because this is my strategy here is this. I looked at the first two cards as being a helper spirit, a not so helper spirit, and it's interesting that came up there, and that this was really the animal of choice, which that's a little llama, is it not, or alpaca?
It's a llama or an alpaca. It's kind of cute.
Which those are very gentle creatures. I think that's very cool. And, maybe and it's with the Page of Pentacles, which is like a card of perseverance and
visioning towards a goal and stuff.
Yeah. Now, the helper one, the salmon, this is interesting. Salmon, they have a certain time of year where they return right to spawn. And so, the salmon is, and it's funny, you've got the Eight of Cups reversed too, which to me is a card of return, so maybe
Yeah.
this card is trying to tell you, that maybe
Go to your roots.
you have, awesome, Mr. O. I was just going to say that. Go back to your roots, sometimes for your strength.
And you didn't even glare at me when I interrupted you.
When you're on the same page with me, feel free. But
Touche.
touche. So now it's interesting. Raccoons are little thieves, and so I think you have to look at things. Maybe the raccoons here are coming to you to warn you that you need to guard against things that are stealing away your power and draining your energy.
Well, the other thing about raccoons are that maybe to some, from allegorical or colloquial level, they look needy, especially like when they got their hands and they're touching things and stuff. And of course, the Five of Pentacles is sort of a card of neediness in a way too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And so your animal I think that you should focus on is this little cute little alpaca and llama. And I swear I'm going to have to dig out where I put the book for this deck. I have no idea why I don't have it nearby, but just to make sure. But I do think there's probably plenty of information on this out there. And they're just so adorable. They seem so gentle and very sweet animal.
I confess, Masonic, I do not know exactly what a pangolin is. I'm thinking, is it a monkey or primate of some sort? Or is it a bird? I don't know. I'm not really sure.
A pangolin? You mean in a past life, or is that just your animal? I was this is a serious question though, because I'll tell you what, I've gone through a couple of past life regressions.
That would make a seriously awesome soul story. I know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, and I actually saw myself as an animal. It's not the one that I consider my totem animal at all, but that came up for me once where actually that's the vision I had. And I saw myself walking on all fours there or running. So, yeah, maybe someday that will be a soul
cool
story.
Yeah. Huge.
So I wish I could give you more a little bit Masonic on that, but I don't have much more to say. I'm going to do the Lenormand for you, though. And let's just see if there's any message here from your...
I'm looking at this alpaca and all those little baskets of their fur, and I'm thinking, like, they'd give the shirt off their backs, even if it wasn't actually sewn yet.
I think that's true, too. They give of themselves. That's probably part of this message here with that card. But I'm not going to speak for, what the author said, because I am not sure. I just think it's very gentle and beautiful, and I love this deck.
They are. Didn't a friend of ours once have that on her animal-like farm?
Yeah. And I think in future, like I said, I've been pulling together some of my spirit animal decks so that maybe we could do something more with totem animals the next in upcoming live streams. There certainly seems to be a lot of interest there.
Indeed. Okay, so we are also pulling a Lenormand just to see if we get any other vibe from that.
So I think your spirit animal is telling you right now, right here, I pulled the maze first, which I think in this place is actually the Parker Garden. It's not exactly a maze, but it's maybe trying to tell you that for now. It's also the coffin. It's trying to tell you right now is a time to just, like the rest of us, lay low. It's not a time for socializing. It's not a time for getting your energy out there and about, because the Park and Garden is a very social card.
Right, so it may be saying that this really is a time for a little bit of distance, of course. And we are all distancing. So hang in there. Be true to your gentle spirit.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, has Jenna joined us? Welcome, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
Get you on the list.
There's no punch-in clock. Whenever people arrive, they arrive.
So welcome. And Merwin, you are up. It's your turn. Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter.
Multitasking. That's a dirty word for me these days. Although that's something an Aries knows quite well. I usually do this, that, and then I don't know where I left off anywhere.
So we're still working on more fabulous things to do. Didn't we have an idea about? Oh, yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Medium, the Revenge.
We're going to do another attempt at playing Medium together and taping it and seeing if we're more in line with each other or not.
When you watch it, it's almost like these guys are reading my cards. They are not in tune. We had a lot of fun doing
it's
that.
an awesome, fun game.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it a lot. And just the fact that they had a game, where you could try to read the other person's mind or come up with the same thing at the same time.
Oh, Merwin would like a Saints card in addition to, or with the read. I'm not sure, but
Yep,
maybe you
absolutely. Taurus Center Mixer are truly open to a loving, committed relationship with me now. Okay. So what do you want to do with that? Do you want to do a yes/no on that?
Yeah, let's try a yes or no. Do you want to
And
go
then
back to
we'll
one of my
see.
decks?
Sure. Wait, why don't we do the Housewives Tarot?
Why not? That sounds like fun.
I love this deck. It's
The
so
other day I
crazy.
was channeling my inner domestic goddess, and that's all I'm going to say.
And don't worry, we'll get you a Saint card as well before the reading is over, Merwin.
Oh, Kayla, you're like me. I love to combine weird candy things. Like I like to eat Good and Plenties, which are licorice, with fruit-flavored dots, which are gummy and fruity. And it's like a weird combination, and I'm probably the only one in the universe that can eat it without blowing up or something.
Yeah, for a while there, it was hard for me. He is a great cook, but he's also a great experimenter when he cooks, and some of his experiments worry me.
I never tell her what I'm actually doing. She'll say, I like it. I tell her, should I tell her what I put in it? Yeah.
Shuffle away, Mr. O. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this firecracker right now because it looks like it has less hot peppers on it. They are so awesome.
Alrighty. That was
Oh,
nice.
I saw it. Got it. Aren't they cute cards?
They are adorable.
Well, you have the Ace of Wands reversed, which is a nice feather duster there. You have the Ace of Swords, that rather scary kitchen knife there, reversed. And you have the Sun reversed. So I'm going to say it's leaning towards yes, Merwin. But, there's still some reason to have doubts, or maybe you still have some doubts or concerns like, is this really going to happen? Because the Sun is reversed. I would say what it's basically saying is there's probably going to be a delay in plans. That this is still going to take some time to play out.
I'm just thinking that with the Sun reversed, that it's true, but maybe there's a coyness factor, and that when it actually does come out, it'll be more of a surprise, like a surprise you found it out finally, Like maybe you knew, but you really needed to have that word actually come out of the mouth. I want more, or whatever.
I'm just reading KC, sorry. That was funny.
Where's vegetarian?
That's awesome.
Well, amazingly enough, somebody told me that Oreo cookies are totally vegan. There is nothing of animal byproduct in their manufacturing.
Is that really true?
I've heard it's true. I think I Googled it one
Seems
time.
very odd to me.
And I think it's true, but,
Well,
who cares? It's Oreos.
So I do think that this is leaning towards yes. The Sun reversed is always just a little bit of a step back for me, but I don't know.
A delay, or to me, in this case, I'm thinking it's a surprise when you find out, or it's sort of like unexpected. So we are doing a Saint card?
Oh, I will be doing a saint card. I'm going to do this first to close out this reading, and then I'll do a saint card for Merwin.
Ah.
Well, there it is again.
That's hilarious, Kelly.
Well, there it is again. So we have the park card again. I don't know why the park card is teasing us. You know, we can go take a walk in a park, but it is not a time to socialize right now. But there it is, the park card. And the letter. So to me, what that's indicating is obviously I think you're going to get news soon. And maybe the idea is, I don't know if it will come through social media, but it seems as though some news is coming your way, probably from the Taurus.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking too that maybe there's just a little bit of a delay coming because of mail slowness due to whatever reason, something to do with our mail. But yeah, I think it's coming in the mail somehow or something like that.
Yeah, that indicates written word of some sort.
Right.
But, you know, in this day and age, I got to look
Be
at that card a
flexible.
little bit differently now. A lot of the communication cards, just because of the very way we as a society communicate with each other.
Oh, and the
has
fact that maybe the
changed.
post office is going to close down.
Oh, let's not even go into politics there, Mr. O.
Carrot
really
cake
ridiculous.
Oreos. Does somebody make those? I would try them.
I think that's probably was a flavor of them. I'm sure it was.
Oh, you're right. It was. It was either.
Would you like to pull the
filling?
saint for Miss Merwin?
Oh, when the saints come marching in.
Which one do? Oh, it's a male saint. It is Saint Joannes. I will look that up for you.
I'm vaguely familiar, I think.
Are you?
I've heard about it. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Something to do with fishing or water, I think.
Well, there's no fish in here, but you know, oftentimes the saints will have, you know, little symbols like that around them. You're right.
Well, I could be just talking through my you-know-what.
Saint Joannes Nepomucenius. I really don't know. It says XIV section Republica. I don't know. They've got like notes here that are very cryptic to me. I'm sorry, I've lost. Do you know what? This is one of those low scarabeo decks where they have it in like 5 different languages or something. Okay, there he is. 14th century Czech Republic. Drowned for not wanting to betray the seal of confession. So basically, wow.
Oh, not that kind of seal. Sorry.
So basically, discretion, secret missions, sacrifice for the good of others is what's emblematic of this saint.
And I was right about the water connection, but it wasn't
Yeah.
a good thing.
Interesting. So that's your saint for the day, Merwin.
Alrighty.
And that's what we have for you today. I hope that helped. And Casey, you are up. And then Acel, Gina, Kayla, Am, Sunny D, Stacy, and Jenna.
Yes, including yours, Kellyo.
Yes, thanks for that. It's true.
Was
And
that
they-
what you were getting at?
And why doesn't anything ever give me a pronunciation guide? Man.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have another fire.
Firecracker for you? Hey, it's my party day. Go ahead. Go for it. Every day will be something different. I just haven't decided what yet. And of course, I'm still working this week, but I'm taking 2 vacation days after my birthday just to have a nice, long, relaxing weekend. Okay, the coming week.
Could it help?
You can get a saint card too? Absolutely. You want to do one of your decks?
Sure. Let's go with the karma.
Okay, the Karma Tarot.
Focus.
Oh, okay, Merwin. Interesting. Well, It's funny, when I brought this deck out, I was, I pulled a card for myself because I hadn't worked with this deck in a while.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura, welcome. I'll get you on the list. And the funny thing about this was I misread the card. And I thought it was a different saint than the one I read. And the one that I misread was so me. Was Saint Rosalia, 12th century. And the first line was lived in a hermit in a cave. And I'm like, the hermit, my favorite card, you know? And then it said, she is called on against epidemics. And I'm like, wow, how appropriate it was. But then I realized it was really the card above it. I was supposed to have read.
It's a sign.
But I don't know. Yeah, I glommed on that card and said, wow, that's so me.
Okay, so focus on Kelly's focus during the next
Week ahead. It's hard for me to focus on anything except my birthday. Sorry.
Yes, and now I'm quarantined with her for the next week.
There's no escape.
Mr. O, do you realize that there's only 6 days left to my birthday? Mr. O, do you realize it's only 5 days left to my birthday?
What present will I give myself today, Mr. O?
On the 5th day of Banshee's birthday thing, she... do.
Everybody should celebrate their birthday. That's what I say. Because,
Celebrate,
you know,
celebrate.
Where would we be without being born, eh? Maybe somewhere else. Maybe somewhere better. But, you know, I've always liked it here.
Well, so this is very interesting, Kellyo, because we have 3 cards for you, of course. And one is the 3 of Swords, upright.
Oh, okay.
One is the Fool, which is upright. Nice card. And one is the World,
Upright.
which is upright. So they're all upright. And the only one that's concerning, of course, is the 3 of Swords. And it just sort of looks like part of this week, or at least at the beginning, is you're kind of dealing with some painful things. It could be a separation. It could be just some sort of discordant views or feelings between friends or situations.
Yeah, it looks as though there's some dealing with either some sorrow that you're holding on to from some past experience, maybe something not that long ago, something that is affecting you now. But, you know,
I wonder if it's tied into the Fool in a way, too,
Yeah,
because
could
the
be.
Fool is talking about venturing off into something new, making a decision.
a different path.
A different path. And so I'm wondering if, like, you have resolved to let something go behind you and move ahead into a new direction. And so therefore it could only say, and I don't know if this relates to work or not. I'm not exactly seeing that, but it could be. But therefore then, you know, it leads to the sense of finding a niche for yourself, finding a sense of perfection that you've been looking for.
So if this is about what you need to focus on in the week ahead, you know, I'm thinking that, you know, this week should be one about leaving sorrows and things that have been really hurting you behind now and moving forward, possibly in a new direction or maybe with a new mindset, you know, to bring the success to you that you deserve. And I think that's basically what the week ahead is going to be about.
And the other thing, too, is that it really is maybe a focus about going through a complete cycle, because the Fool is the beginning.
So he just said that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. And and so it's really about you focusing on your complete cycle. So it sounds to me like you've been away for a few weeks in terms of the show. So I don't know, maybe you have something going on and you're going to tell us about a surprise thing that's going on, like maybe a new job or a new move or something like that. But good luck to you, of course. So now
Let's
Banshee
see
will
what the Lenormand
pull
adds
the
to
Lenormand.
this, and then we'll grab a saint card for you. Oh. Well, We do have that cross card, and that's very interesting because, again, that's a card of grief or grieving. You know, that is right there, prevalent, predominant right there. And there is the moon. Now, sometimes, you know, in some decks, the moon is about love and romance. Or, I mean, in some Lenormand's playbooks, people who read it. Sometimes it's about, you know, knowledge and information. What do you have, Mr.
Here
O?
it's about casting a scary spell on the beach. Okay, maybe it's not.
Okay, well, that does look like that in that card. It is the pagan Lenormand, after all.
But no, the moon is usually about finding out things to me in my
Right.
symbology. And because of the pagan slant, then I would just say that this is a card about people coming together.
I feel that
Two.
maybe because this came after the grieving card, that maybe what needs to happen here is you need to really shine a light on whatever it is that you're holding on to, this grief, this loss, this feeling of sorrow or emptiness. And, you know, shine a real light on that and say, it's time that I let this out of the shadows and let it go.
That could very well be. There you go. Very interesting.
And that's what I see
And of
for
course, me not knowing Lenormand but seeing synergy, I see the circle of the moon and of course the circle of the
Yeah,
cross.
that's true.
So,
Point taken, Mr. O.
I feel like a Devo song.
Uh-oh.
Not the one you would expect. Not Whip It. No kidding. Okay, great.
Ah, okay.
So let's see what the Saints have marching in for you.
Yeah, let's see what's saying.
And
We're
guess
gonna let
what? One
Mr.
of your
O pick
info
it.
cards is in there. I just saw it when you were...
Oh, is it? Uh-oh. Yeah, there it
is.
is. You get that card. The credits.
Send your check or money order now.
Well, you know, there might be another one in there, too. Usually where there's one, there's two. So you end up finding another one. Like I said, it's been a while since I used this. Bring it out for the holidays. What do we have here? Saint Raphael, Archangel,
Ooh,
right?
The Archangel Saint
Ooh.
Raphael.
Nice, Casey.
Artist, right? Artistic.
Let's see what we've got here.
Look, there's another fish. There's a fish there.
Archangel of the Book of Tobit. Is that right? Tobit? T-O-B-I-T? Healed the blindness of old men, or old man Tobiah, patron saint of doctors and pharmacists. You know what this card relates to, Casey? This is interesting. Job transfers or changing homes. Timely encounters. So interesting card.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So I don't know what you make of that one.
You sure have an interesting life, I think.
And that's what we have for you, Casey.
Alrighty.
So Gina, you... Oh, no, it's Estelle. Estelle, you are up. Welcome, Estelle. We're so adorable. Is that me?
So's
Oh, yeah.
a dog.
I like KC. That's at 109 until my birthday. You know, you can't start too soon celebrating KC. That's what I always say.
So that means it's 372 to your next birthday.
Getting ahead a little bit there, but hey.
Okay, in the process of changing work.
Oh,
Good luck.
okay. Interesting.
You're very welcome.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, KC. Glad to see you back in the stream.
And we're still waiting on Estelle, so hopefully Estelle is here with us.
Did you type name? I will.
I didn't yet.
I will. Oh, I said a set. That's it. Darn, I will bet you that was spell correct. Estelle, you are up. Did it even go through? It didn't.
It didn't.
Oh, hey, Kayla. All right, we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Thanks, Kayla.
I know.
Bye.
That darn spell correct. Autocorrect. Makes me crazy. All right. We'll give us all a couple more seconds, and if not, we'll put them on the bottom. So anyway, any other announcements? Oh, pretty soon, because it's going to be changing to Taurus, we'll be doing a monthly modality reading. That'll be probably next Sunday or Monday it'll come out. Can't remember, is the sun going into Taurus on my birthday? It might be.
This year it might be.
It might
so
be.
there is that. Am, you did not miss your turn. We've been calling for a cell. So you are good at the moment.
Yeah, there's a cell and 2 others before you, Am, so you're okay.
Catch Banshee's tarot haiku, which is 2 times a week or so. There'll be more soul stories coming up soon.
Okay, I have moved a cell down the list, and we're going to move on to
Gina.
Gina. You are up, Gina.
All right, Gina. And Dev Gupta is here.
War Goddess Spirit. Okay. Saint card, please. Okay.
Thanks for that, Kelly. We thought it was the 19th, so yeah, that's probably about right. Okay, so we'll use my karma again.
Sure. What is okay, so fun question. Wait a minute. Okay, fun question for today or Goddess Spirit. What the goddess wants to know. Okay, which one are you using? That one?
Karma. Is that okay? It's my karma tarot.
Can we use the that one
Sure.
instead this time?
Hand it over.
Uh-oh. I just dropped my saint box. But the cards are there. We'll get it for you. We'll definitely give you a saint card for today. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to let you pick them up this time. What does the goddess want? Goddess Spirit wants you to know. What does the goddesses want you to know?
You're scaring me, Kellyo.
Spookily so. Wow. Well,
Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters?
this has been an interesting time for me right now, spiritually and psychically. And I've been feeling my mojo lately, bigly. I'm just going to say that. That's not a boast or anything. It's just that sometimes it really comes through stronger than other times.
And here we go.
All right. Interesting cards. So we have the King of Swords upright. We have the 5 of coins reversed. And we have the, I think that, is that the 9? Yeah, that is the 9 of Wands reversed. So what does Goddess want you to know?
A
Well,
decision.
I sense that you've got something, I can tell. Go ahead first.
Well, sometimes I go back and forth with this card reversed or upright.
I know.
But
I know.
I'm thinking like Goddess is saying you need to decide where you really personally stand with your own concepts of isolation or fear, or the opposite of that. Because a lot of times the 5 of coins talks about feeling devastated, fearful. And I think it's saying like you can decide to reverse that. You can decide to just, not give in to those things. The 9 of Wands reversed says you could also decide to give in.
to give it.
Well, to not really. I mean, to me, it's like it's a decision. Release your fears, let go of the neediness, or else, you will always be fighting harder than everyone else, or to some degree. No?
No, I see that a little bit here now that you're saying that. I absolutely do. Because I like what you said about the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is kind of a card of, I quit, sort of, in a way. I give up. I put up the flag. So, I mean, on the one hand, it might be saying to you, that you do have a decision. It is up to you whether you want to, become a stronger, more well-balanced, healed individual, or if you want to just quit. It's up to you to decide, the course of your life here. The goddess is there to tell you that, this is your decision to make. They're there to just guide you and watch you, and they're not going to help you here. This is something that's on you. I don't know. Do you see that?
I do. I mean, it's more or less like what I'm saying.
Right.
And I'm a dry throat.
Did you bring a beverage other than tea?
No.
Uh-oh. Did you bring a cough drop?
No.
Neither did I this time. I can share. We can share our. I haven't had any of that yet anyway, so you could feel free to keep that. Lemon water. At any rate, I just feel, too, there's something about the Five of Coins reversed. To me, also, it's about health and well-being and how you take care of yourself. And so basically, they might, the goddess within you is also maybe trying to tell you that, when you're feeling really down, when you're feeling really bad, you almost get to the point of wanting to quit. And they're trying to tell you, that's a choice you can make, but don't make that choice. Be smarter about that. Don't give up on yourself and your health and well-being. Because I also, whenever I see the Five of Coins reversed, I think of, it is a time, there's a process of healing taking place here.
And we have two recent people showed up.
We do?
Yes, one was Dev Gupta and then Hamani Singh. I don't know if you got those two.
Okay, I did put Dev Gupta on the list. I didn't get Hamani.
There is a list, Hamani, so we're adding you to our list.
And I'll go over the list in just a minute with everybody.
Okay, so we got to pull a Lenormand, and
We're
then
gonna pull that, and then we'll do
Saint
the
card too, or a spirit animal. Which are we doing?
She wanted the Saint.
Got it.
Let's see if we get a little bit more detail here on this, because I'm wondering if maybe I'll get more of a direction on where this might be coming from. Like maybe there's a particular area of your life. I'll get to the list in a minute, Jenna. Wow, this is really interesting. So I have the grieving card here. Again, the cross, which has come up before. And I've got the dog card. So I'm a little bit flummoxed by this one.
Well, the dog usually means a friend, right?
Yeah.
A loyal friend?
Right. So I don't know if you're, if you're grieving or giving up on the loss of a friend or a partnership, a friendship in somebody that's been very close or attached to you. Maybe, but I'm just not sure how it fits in with the message from Spirit.
Look of the dog sort of makes me
true.
feel like maybe this is an essence, and maybe this loyal friend, this is something within yourself, and that maybe this is saying that you're sort of having that kind of reflection on some inner parts of yourself. Maybe you've doubted some of your being your own best friend. You like that?
He says he doesn't read the Lenormand. Remember that? Does he say that almost every show? But he can sometimes get a better handle on it than I. I guess I got a little flummoxed on this one. I just wasn't sure where to go with it. But in a way, too, Gina, you do seem to have a nice affinity with the dog spirit, as we know from the...
Oh my God, I just put that together. Whoa, give me a biscuit. Now, wait, I'm not done. I'm not done yet because
Oh.
I also see a parallel going on between those Lenormands and then this too, that
Okay.
the concept of loyalty and being your own best friend says, you know, are you going to be loyal to your goals? Or are you going to abandon your goals too? I don't think you are, of course, but I'm just saying that this is where that goddess is sort of putting that in front of you as your question and saying you have to decide. This is what we've been talking about.
That's true. So honestly,
I got really excited
it
there,
is-
didn't I?
Well, Gina, you got the Mr. O show today. Awesome. No, really,
Get away, Banshee. It's my show now.
really well done. And I think I'm
Aw,
not even
thank
going to add anything to that because that's awesome.
Biscuit for me.
But I will give Gina the saint reading.
I'll just have a cookie instead, if that's okay with you, Gina.
Mr. O deserves a cookie for that. And listen, he is no slacker in the baking department. Not only did he make that wonderful soup, but oh my goodness, he made great cheesy, eggy potatoes the other day.
That's not baking.
That's okay, but he
What do I
cooks up a
bake?
storm.
I bake lasagna.
Great lasagna, spinach or meat
Probably for
lasagna.
over 40 years, I've been making spinach lasagna and a meat sauce lasagna.
Yes, love his lasagna. All right, you. Oh, you're going to make me some for my birthday? I don't think we have the ingredients, but
We
let's
don't.
see what we can do. What do we got? It's another male one?
I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It looks Greekish.
Oh, yeah, and it almost reminds me of St. Francis just because there's an animal there. But
know.
it's like, yeah, give me another hard one. Why don't you try to pronounce it, Mr. O?
Why me?
What number is that?
It's number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 tries harder. I'm going to have to try harder, eh? Saint Aegidius. Saint Aegidius.
Saint Aegidius or Aegidius, yeah. 7th century Greece. It says, oh God, Gina, you're going to crack up when you hear this. Protects against injury of the limbs. Overcoming of problems. Aren't you just recovering from an injury to your limb?
I seem to remember something.
Yes. So isn't that interesting? I think that's really fascinating that you got that.
I guess I'm going to have to go back to being a Catholic, eh? No offense. I sort of feel like I'm a quasi-Catholic at any one point in time.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I don't know what to say. So the cards have spoken, Gina.
Send your check or money order.
Wow, this is a lot of fun today. Thanks for all these great questions, everybody. We love it. So that's what we have for you, Gina. And Kayla has left us. She had to leave, so she's gone. So hey, Am, you are up. It is your turn. After Am is Sunny D, Stacy, Jenna, Laura. If Asel's come back, it'll be Asel, and then Dev Gupta and Himani. And that's what we have. Yeah,
So-
10 weeks out from the wrist surgery.
Banshee, what are you going to do? Because this is the Mr. O show now, and I don't need a Banshee. No.
Did you guys hear that?
I
Did
will-
you hear him say that?
I will always need Banshee because
Ow.
she's got to make the cookies.
Indeed. Indeed. So, there might be something. If I can't bake a cake, which is possible, I do have something planned to appease one of my addictions. And I have said it before. I am a cinnamon-aholic. I admit I have a problem, and it's cinnamon, and I'm good with that.
I did.
He
did say
did.
it out loud.
He did. What to do with Mr. O. Do you want to grab one of your decks for the next one? And did we get a question yet? Write the tarot cookbook, Banshee. It's not a bad idea, Casey. Think about that. Maybe I could do that.
The 9 of Cups would be the cookie jar.
So have we heard from Am? Did Am
I
write
didn't
a
write
question?
that in, so let me go ahead and do that.
We're writing Am's name in, and if not, we'll have to move on to the next. Hopefully they're still here. I think somebody's done something similar. I don't know if it's a tarot cookbook or not. I don't know why that rings a bell to me, like there's something out there like that. But that's an interesting one. Oh, and I know I forgot my haiku yesterday. I'm just going to do it Wednesday. We're getting to the bottom of my tarot haiku anyway as we finish up the court cards. But I have a little surprise after that. There is yet some more poetry afoot with tarot, but it's going to be a bit smaller of a segment of the tarot, and that's all I'm going to say for now.
Alrighty. Well, I think we might have to move on from Am.
Okay, we're going to put Am at the bottom.
Don't worry, Jenna. We're going to call somebody else. I think you're 2 or 3 down still.
Yep. Okay, so after Am was Sunny D. Hey, Sunny Day, you are up. And after Sunny Day is Stacy, Jenna, Laura, Asel, Dev Gupta, Himani, and Am.
Is Sunny Day here? I haven't seen them. They normally are quite engaging with us. Where are you, Sunny?
Sunny, are you still with us? I know they were here earlier. Well, people are in and out a bit today, so maybe they'll come back. We'll just give it a minute or two.
They said happy birthday to you in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite seeing them anywhere else.
Do you want to type the name?
This is Sunny, right?
Yeah. And actually, Jenna's not 4 down anymore the way we're going. It's only like if Sunny's not here, then it'll only be 2 away.
Sometimes Sunny takes a walk or has some company drop in or something like that.
That's right.
Indeed. We're like magicians. We're making people vanish.
Disappear. Uh-oh. I hope it's not something I said.
Well, we kind of figured that with it being Easter that people might
Yeah.
be sparse or in and out, so it is possible. We are not having an Easter gathering of any sort. Some years our son and granddaughter may drop in. That's not always a given.
No, so we were
There's
debating.
Sunny. Hi, Sunny.
Oh, Sunny's here. Okay, awesome. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, Sunny, you're up with a reading. What you got for us today? Ah.
We were trying to be more exciting.
Yeah. Sorry if we put you to sleep.
Oh, dear.
And you came back, Am, but you missed your turn, sadly. So we had to put you at the bottom.
Yeah, we're seeing that, Jenna.
But I think we're going to be able to get to everybody today. It's
Okay,
still
we
a
have
minute
Sunny's
for us.
question.
What do we got? Oh, okay. That's not good. Do you want to do a yes-no with yours? We'll try that. See what they say, Sunny.
All right. Go for it.
Oh, that is so funny, Am. We will try to get to your question, but we had to move you, so we're on Sunny now. But maybe we can switch it around and put you after Sunny since you were right before. And the reason why this is so funny to me is that I'm only going to say BA are my initials, and I'm an Aries. So it's kind of funny to me, that's all.
I see.
My real name initials. Shouldn't say my real name. I consider Banshee my real name too. All right.
That's just BS.
What?
This is a yes or no, right?
Oh, it is a yes or no. Okay. Yep. Some of your cards are hard to read. I'm watching for them, though. Well,
It's leaning towards no.
it is leaning towards no. What is this card? I can't see that.
It's justice reversed.
Okay. Well, you know, it's not a perfect world. I do sense that there's something unfair going on here, but you have the 9 of Wands and it's upright. And the 9
This
of
is
Wands.
good.
Yeah, that is good because it's like, you know, it's kind of like you're going to say to them, bring it on, do your worst. I'm ready to state my case, stand my ground, you know, and fight this.
To me, this sort of indicates that you have some sort of standing.
Yeah.
So if it does get into some other complicated areas, you have a standing. You may be able to use that.
Yeah, the Justice card reversed, of course, indicates that there could be something a little bit unfair going on.
It's unfair if they're trying to evict you
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So
and
that's
maybe
just
you'll be
basically it.
able to make your case and make that clear because it sounds like it's not going to happen or it's leaning towards not happening. That's what I would say.
Yes. Okay, so let's throw a Lenormand and see. Well, sorry about that, MM, but we probably will still be able to take care of you.
Because you were right before Sunny D, so now we're just going to put you right after. We'll do it.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
we'll
So
do
don't
you
go
right
anywhere.
now.
Don't go
anywhere. Hang in there. We've got your question, and we can get to it.
So basically, right now, Sunny, it looks like no, but it's still like a little bit of a work in progress. They're sort of like you have your issue and they have theirs. We're going to pull a Lenormand.
Yeah, let's see what it says. That one wanted to stay on top, so I want to see what it is. Well, I think things are going to be okay because you got the bouquet and you have the ring. And the ring is kind of a card of commitment, not just relationships, but like a bond or a contract. So I feel like the contract is not going to be severed. This is usually like getting some acclaim or kudos. So in other words, I think you're going to be acknowledged as being in the right in this situation and that things are going to be okay.
I think they're going to offer a new revised contract, and most people will be okay with that. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to kind of revise things. It may be that the unjusticeness will be that maybe there's a few smaller details that might not go exactly in your favor, but the new contract, they'll want you to sign that, will more or less ensure you're not being evicted. They're just going to probably put a few more protocols in place because they're dealing with the virus precaution issues, things like that.
Yeah. So that's what we see for you, Sonny. I think it's looking okay. It's looking pretty good. Looks firm.
I hope that helps you.
Yep. Hope it works out.
Okay, Am.
Now, I do notice by the way things are coming up on my feed, Am does have a delay going on. So we're going to do your reading right now,
Yeah,
Am.
we're just going to give you the time to go ahead and ask for either the general
Well, wait,
or
we
whatever
have
you like.
it. Am wants to know if they will have a future with BA,
That's right.
who's an Aries. So,
Okay.
my cards.
Sure.
Let's use the After Tarot.
That's probably right, Am. I got the feeling that, right, the signals are totally overloaded.
Yeah, you know that it's just crazy the usage on the internet. I've had a number of glitches lately with things.
Sunny says we're cheating her because we're pulling the same cards from a previous reading. No, she didn't say we were cheating her, but it is kind of odd. And so what it maybe indicates is that those are things there, like maybe the ring and the bouquet didn't mean exactly what it meant this time, but I'm sure this is what it means is new contract or new, lease or something. Yeah.
Well,
You're welcome.
And you know what it might say too is, since it's coming up more frequently for you, Sonny, is that, you need to work towards making, I don't know what's the word, making agreements and being conciliatory, trying to, make relationships harmonious. And because also in doing so, people look at you more fondly and think, oh, there's a real team player there, or there's a real, good person there. So maybe that theme is coming up for you for a reason. And so I would explore that more.
I think I know you well enough to say that I know you can be the better person in all these situations. So you just have to say you're going to do it. That's all. And hi, January girl. I hope you're well.
Okay. Let's see what we've got. So is this geared to being a yes-no question? I wasn't sure.
It could have been.
May I ask, will I have a future? Well, let's start with 3 cards, see what we get.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking we were going to do that. Ooh.
Well, we might want to do a yes-no just to be sure. It's interesting because that person's in Aries, and we got the Emperor, which is an Aries card reversed. Maybe a little power issues there. The cards we have are the 7 of Swords upright. Kind of a card of contention there a little bit.
Yeah, and he's about to walk into this rope over here. I'm thinking like if you give somebody enough rope, they hang themselves, is the American colloquial saying there. And I'm thinking like this may be a person who thinks that they can take away a part of your heart or pieces of you or something like that maybe. But the thing is it's only going to happen for so long before
it catches up with them.
Then we have the Hermit, which is upright.
Which is interesting because that's a card of isolation or, being alone.
But I would draw your attention to
Wisdom.
He's holding a snake and there's this black dog next to him. And those sort of represent aspects of an animal nature maybe that's also aligned with this energy here. And to me, the snake, although it's snaky, it does represent wisdom. And the fact that he's holding it is saying like either he wants to give this or you are the person who are giving it or you're going to be receiving that wisdom. And maybe, dogs are about loyalty. So the thing, or friends. So maybe ultimately this person could be a loyal friend, but there's something else they're grasping at or they're trying to get a hold of.
Well, and the Emperor reversed is this, there's a sense of lack of control here. I don't know if it's self-control, which is kind of worrisome to me. I wonder that because when I look at the cards that we have here, the Emperor and this card, I just can't help but wonder if there's a little bit of issues of self-control here. And maybe just a little bit too full of themselves and their power.
Right. That's interesting because, to me, this sort of sounds like somebody who's not directing their energies towards their best outcome or their best, service. The Emperor reversed. And I sort of see a dynamic between those that would involve some of that.
And I sense that there's a little bit of a maturation or learning curve here. This person, it seems to me, has a lot to learn about, maybe relationships and their life. That's what it looks like to me.
This one?
Yeah.
And maybe why the dog is there is because they need to understand the true principles of friendship and loyalty that the dog might be suggesting there too. But a big black dog usually is also talking about protectiveness. There is something that recalls Anubis from the Egyptian pantheon and the idea of a protective issue too. So maybe this is saying that they're also sort of wrapping around themselves a little bit and it goes to the Hermit card, not wanting to reveal something. So maybe they're like, have a little bit of some damage or some self-protective instincts, yet at the same time, there's a lot of wisdom that they would want to share or would be a part of.
So I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say this is the most positive outlook right now. And I'm just thinking that maybe this is not something that's going to happen right away because they have a lot of
Issues.
they have a lot of learning to do. They have a lot of things to sort out.
There's a sense here that maybe they are trying to leave, but something is really going to sort of hold on to them. And the thing is that it might be that somebody is being the better person to them and giving them, or giving them another chance, or giving them reasons why they need to stick around and, do better.
Well,
Bear and Moon.
I know this is kind of interesting to me. So there's the bear, which I like to, that's a card to me of a lot of different things. One thing that comes to mind a lot when I see the bear is self-empowerment. And here, and even maternal instinct, there's the moon shining a light on things. And I would say, with knowledge is power.
See what I did there? I'm putting the glare right on the moon.
I do see that. That's clever of you, Mr. O.
Sorry.
Or glaring. But, I think that right now, maybe you should operate from a position of your own power and knowledge. How do you feel about the situation? What are the vibes that you have been able to pick up? What has come to light for you? And use that to really empower yourself to make the decisions you need to make as far as this relationship goes. I think somehow the answer to this question is not here. I think it's within you. And I hate to pass the buck that way, but I'm sort of seeing this.
I was sort of feeling that too towards the end there. I wouldn't have said it exactly like you, but I was feeling like this is something to look within yourself. The moon sort of says that to me. But the other thing too is that I'm thinking like, even if you don't have this in your real life, it's in you somehow. A sisterhood, a sense of a sisterhood. Maybe it's a spiritual sense of the idea of group spirit giving you wisdom. And I'm thinking there's some support that's coming spiritually or otherwise from a pure spirit, a pure group thing, telling you, be the bear you can be.
Be the bear you can be.
Be the best bear you can be.
That's what we have right now. I would just suggest to you that, you're going to have to think hard about this and determine, if this person is really right for you and worth waiting for, because I do sense there's going to be some time involved with this yet.
Yeah, it's not a really
fruition.
Clear thing right now. And I think there's just some guardedness on their part, maybe, that they're just not totally accessible on certain levels.
And that's what we have for you, Am. I hope that helps you. And I'm going to go through the list again. I'm going to remind people that just because it's Easter, if you want me to, I will draw a saint card for you today. I've brought them out and just give you a little advice from one of the saints. But that will be in addition to the reading that we give. So, Stacy, you are up. And again, welcome and thanks for joining our and subscribing to the channel. And then is Jenna, Laura, Asel, Dev Gupta, Himani, and January Girl. And I got to have one more of those wonderful firecrackers you've made.
My father was the Buddha. Because he used to have this chair, and he was a little bit overweight, and he would sit in his chair a certain way, and one of my cousins, so my father's favorite nephew, actually would say, "You look like the Buddha sitting there." So then there was a family legend where my dad would say, "He who laughs at Buddha gets crying. He who laughs at Buddha gets crying." That's kind of sinister. I don't want to talk anymore about my childhood.
Okay, she's typing the question. Do you want to use this again?
Sure, I love those cards, actually.
I know.
I really like the after tarot.
And Jenna, don't go
really
away. You're
talks to
next
me.
after Stacy. Chrissy's back. Well, we'll try to fit you in today, Chrissy, but I got to put you at the bottom of the list. I think we'll be able to do it, but
We'll
we are
probably
in our
have to
last
leave
half
them as
hour
the
now.
last person, yeah.
I think you're going to be the last person, definitely, though, for the day. Ah,
Okay.
and a saint card. Okay, we'll do.
How do you want to do that?
Let's do a yes, no. Wow, this has been a great first kickoff to my birthday festivities.
Are you still shuffling again, or do you want me to cut?
Cut.
SD. Sunny day.
Okay, well, it's leaning towards no, Stacy. Boy, I'd love to give people who just joined our stream the best of news, but it's not the worst of news, really. I have the Hierophant reversed here, and I have the Six of Cups reversed. And then we have the ace, and the aces, you're not familiar with our yes or no method, is a way that we determine whether the question's going to be a yes or no, how many aces we get when we lay out so many cards. So basically, the Hierophant reversed is saying that, I think this relationship is going to be a bit unconventional for a while. It's not going to... it's not going to morph into something like relationship as you know it.
Are either of you just out of a relationship or having divorced or having broken up? Because to me, that's what that card is telling me,
really?
actually, is maybe there's somebody dealing with issues of having recently or getting out of a relationship, possibly.
Well, ironically enough, I was thinking that when I saw the six reversed, I was thinking maybe somebody is holding on to some negativity from a past relationship, and...
Stacy says yes.
Okay. So I think that's part of it here is that somebody is holding on to some baggage, from their past, and it's blocking them from really moving constructively forward.
I'm going to go with that too. I'm going to say that they're kind of overly involved in some past memories. And so they're still there's a baggage issue there. It doesn't mean that they're not possibly interested. They're just sort of kind of putting that aside for the time, maybe.
Well, I think that's why it's leaning towards no at this time,
Yeah.
because, as the tarot's a snapshot in time, it's basically saying that not much
Baby steps.
is going to happen until that's worked out. And also, I think that for now, things are going to remain kind of more in an unconventional situation.
I would say...
Maybe distance relationship, something like that.
They might need some time before they really feel like they're moving towards another relationship.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's a darn pentacle. And the pentacles, being the slower moving cards in the tarot, do seem to indicate that.
So let's throw a Lenormand and see what that says.
And then we'll get a saint card for you.
Because the saints are marching in.
Well, I think everybody's in distant relationships right now. That's kind of
There you go.
the way it is for the moment. Yes?
Stay away.
Am I going to have to put a screen here between us? No.
On one of the crazy forums I'm on, we were talking about practicing the LRBP, the Lysol ritual of burning purity.
Well, here we have the tree, which is a great card for me to get in the Lenormand, but then I've got these darn mice, as I like to put it, darn those mice when they show up.
And it's with the tree?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
tree came first. And so what I'm thinking here is, one thing is if you want to keep this alive and you think this relationship is showing promise, try not let the distance between you or things keep you from firming up that connection more. It seems to me something's trying to eat away at, you establishing a firm foundation with this relationship, and I'm not sure what it is.
Which was first?
Well, this was first, the tree. So this is modifying the tree, and I'm feeling that something is trying to eat away at establishing this relationship. Whether it is, this baggage from the past that just won't go away. Maybe there is somebody, from this person's past who is still hanging on in some way. Or something. Maybe there is some other party involved here. But something is trying to eat away at establishing a foundation here.
Well, here goes me, and my typical disclaimer to Stacy is that, I don't know, Lenormand. She says, yes, you do. But anyway, the tree tells me that you guys are possibly growing together, maybe not exactly in the same space, but that mouse thing says there's some doubts and some worries, and maybe it's the neediness that I feel from the mice, that the mice sort of feel like needy little creatures to me. And so the idea is that either or both of you have needs, and that's probably the only thing that maybe is standing in the way of how it moves forward, is just whether or not that neediness creates doubt and maybe sabotages things. I don't really think so, but it's sort of saying a word to the wise, maybe. Oh, I get to see what saint is marching in now.
What do you got?
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh?
Saint Clara.
Oh, one of my favorite aunts was my Aunt Clara.
Clara was almost one of my favorite aunts. I mean, I love them all, but
She
Clara
was
was
incredibly
just so
childlike her entire life, in a way.
Cool. What was her birthday?
She's a Pisces.
I thought
she
so,
was a
yes.
Pisces with
That-
my Aunt Catherine.
And that's why I liked her, because I was a Scorpio.
So what
of
number
course.
is Clara?
Clara is 27. And of course, I think of Aunt Clara from Bewitched.
Saint Clara is 12th century from Italy, and Clara followed the example of Saint Francis of Assisi, abandoning earthly goods. Positive encounters, enlightening inspiration. And boy, doesn't that sound like you, Stacy?
You know, that can't be true, Stacy. Just banish that from your head. You have those doubts, but they're definitely not true. The Clara Saint card just tells me that.
Oh, number 27. And you know what's funny about that?
It's number 9.
Yes, I'm not sure, but one of my numbers adds up to 20. No, it actually goes to 36. But anyway, something adds up to 27, one of my numbers, which is 9. I am like a pure 9 in my numerology all the way
hail
around.
pure 9 Banshee.
Which is maybe why I like the Hermit card so much. Well, that's so awesome. These Saint cards are really working out pretty amazing today.
Stacy says that's her number 2.
Yeah, I know. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's my life, my destiny number.
I knew I liked you, Jenna,
Name
for another
numerology,
reason.
birth numerology. So I'm a pure 9.
You have my father's birthday.
What?
Please give it back. No, I'm kidding. His birthday was actually October 5th.
You're so silly. I was going to say, what?
You knew that wasn't true.
So I hope you enjoyed that reading, Stacy, and I hope you got something out of it. And thanks again for
Dropping in.
joining us today. It's been great.
That was a lot of fun.
Jenna, you are up. And after Jenna's, Laura, Asel, Dev Gupta, Himani, January Girl, and Chrissy. And we
All
will
right,
end
Jenna,
the
go
day
ahead
there.
and shoot.
And if we have to go into overtime today, we will, because, hey, we got nowhere to go.
We don't even got a ham in the oven.
You know, I was going to make ham and cheese, grilled ham and cheese. So we do have some slices of ham.
And then what happened?
I
We spent
didn't.
too much time doing other things.
We did.
No, you did.
I was reading cards. I was reading a lot of cards today.
Because then I said, I don't think you're going to make me that grilled ham and cheese. And you said, nope.
Okay, general reading for the week, perhaps in regards to drama going on. All right. You want to do a deck of yours, Mr. O?
Sure. I'm going to go back to my Night Sun Tarot. Oh, and look who's joining us. Get away from that.
Oh, Mr. Sunman, you do not want to eat the hot, spicy crackers.
Come on. Come here.
Sunny has joined us.
Hello. Where have you been? Where have you been?
And for those who don't always join us, this is Sunny, our most seen cat on the live stream,
Our official mascot.
in a way. Oh,
I
please
thought we were
don't.
doing my deck.
Yeah, we are.
There we go.
I was just doing that for next time. Sorry. Yes, a cat has joined us, and I could have sworn Sassy was going to be here because while
was
we were
sitting there in the
setting up,
beginning, yeah.
she was sitting on the table the whole time. And then she
kept
disappeared.
snuggling with me back and forth.
Yeah.
And now who knows where she is? I don't see her anywhere. Oh, she's over on the couch in the other room,
Okay.
asleep.
Snoring
it's a
away.
cat's life. It's a cat's life.
Okay, Mr. O.
Cut him.
I'll cut them. Do you want me to pick them up?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right.
So I think we got their question.
Yeah, it was for the week ahead and possible emphasis on drama going on.
Whoops.
So let's see what drama is going on, Jenna. You have a few things here for sure. Okay, you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. You have the Eight of Cups upright. It's interesting. And then you have the Ten of Cups reversed. So, Mr. O, I'm going to toss them your way so you can see them as well.
Well, the Seven of Pentacles reverse seems to suggest to me that you decided you might have to take a more active role. And I'm seeing sort of where your question is really lying. It's to the friendship with Carol, I think. So it's sort of thinking like maybe you've decided you need to do something more definitive, or else it is about your art projects too. It could be about that. Then what's this one here? The Eight of Cups.
Yeah.
That one also says you're sort of becoming more firm, I think, in the direction where you're going. You're sort of feeling more confident about what you have decided your path to be. You have decided that for some time, but maybe you were sort of ambivalently walking it. And now I'm thinking in this next week, you're feeling more secure about that. But as far as the drama goes, I think you got drama this week because you do have the Ten of Cups reversed. And I think this is saying that there is emotionally some upsetting things going on. Nothing like, major stabs in the back or anything like that. But it just sounds like you are dealing with some conflicting emotions between people and situations.
Well, you know what, Jenna? I'm going to have to say it like I see it here. And I'm going a little bit maybe different from Mr. O, but I'm sensing if this is about the drama, these three cards, that it just doesn't seem like it's going to resolve in the manner that you would like. The Ten of Pentacles is you're feeling, or the Ten of Cups reversed, makes me feel that you're sensing that there's disappointment here. There's the unhappiness. You're not happy with the outcome and with the way things are. And I feel too that with the Eight of Cups here, hold on a minute. I got to look at this again, get my bearings.
The 7 and the 8 and the 10.
Yeah, the 8 and the 10. But the Eight of Cups is upright and it shows somebody moving away. In a way, getting away and moving on to something else, like they're done with this. And so
Maybe that's Carol.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it might be, because and also here that, the Seven of Pentacles upright or reversed is kind of like,
moving ahead on your own.
Yeah, it's moving ahead on your own, that things are not,
They're
like
both
maybe
cards.
projects that you were working on or things that you were hoping to accomplish, there's incompleteness or failure there.
You're going to
I have
really
to say
feel
that.
you what you should do is really focus on your projects and let Carol or whoever that is
Oh, it's a
move
different
on.
person. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Whoops.
but
But whoever that is, right, I think you have to kind of let them move on, and you need to stay focused on your store, your art projects. That's what I think these cards are saying, is that may be more of a lost
I'm
cause.
just saying to move on to something else. I'm not sure if it's the art project, but somebody's moving on. And maybe that's advice for that to be you.
Right, I think that's what it is. Okay, so we're going to pull Lenormand.
At least that's what's going on at this point in time. So I'm thinking if this person hasn't been listening, that maybe now is the time to just let it go for a while. Move on to something else for a while and let it go. And let me see what the Lenormand could add to that equation.
We have a beautiful picture of Sunman here.
Yeah, look at him. He's got his camera shot. All right, Lenormand. Yeah. You know, I have a snake. And I have an anchor. And to me, this is kind of saying that, this, I don't know if it's really deception, but, whatever's going on with this person, it's not about to change anytime soon. The anchor is one of stability and kind of being set in place. And the snake is really like sneakiness and underhandedness, or just, not a good attitude. This person or the situation is not good. And it seems like it's not going to change anytime soon, because the anchor kind of indicates that to me.
I'm almost getting the feeling like maybe they always had a leaning towards us, and that maybe they were possibly using you a little bit. I mean, I don't know the overall relationship. I think Carol
That could
was
be
a
what
different
that card
friend,
is indicating.
so and maybe that really they're just staying in place, and so therefore the contrary is your move is you should pull up your anchor and move away.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we have for you, Jenna. I hope that helps. And we are on Laura. Hey, Laura, you're still with us, I hope. Laura, and then Asal, Devgupta, Himani, January Girl, and Chrissy.
So we'll see. We are beleaguering under 15 minutes to get through
General
everybody.
message. Absolutely, Laura.
Okay. Me again
I've
or
got
you?
the housewives.
Ah,
Oops.
sounds good.
Almost lost them.
Oh, son, man. You're such a good guy. You're such a good guy. Mwah.
It is always messy. The more people involved, the trickier it becomes.
Don't we know it? We're still
Yeah.
getting little reverberations from some drama that happened at our Tarot Together event a couple months ago. Because
Which had
there was
nothing to do with us
nothing
per
to
se.
do with us, just some boo-boo head.
Yeah, somebody who was at the event causing some issues for the venue, and I don't know. Anyway, water under the bridge now, but we had a great event that night. We really did.
And I'm going to cut over here and put back,
Yeah, please do.
as Sunny has co-opted the entire space in front of us. So 3 cards.
Yes,
It was
please.
a general love,
Yep.
right?
No, just general,
General.
message. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That's which one again? Oh,
of Swords.
okay. So,
Are you having legal questions or decisions being made right now? Are you consulting a lawyer?
our decisions are just big right now because we've got
We have Justice.
upright.
We have the Two of Swords, which is almost the same thing in a way, or similar. And then we have the King of Swords. Those are both upright. But reverse, we have the King of Swords.
Yeah.
So this sounds like heavy-duty decisions, even if they're not necessarily in front of a judge or consulting with a lawyer.
I mean, decisions can take a lot of different forms.
Sure.
This looks like it could be a legal matter or something to do with paperwork or something like that. But I won't rule out that it's not about some other aspect of your life where some very important decisions have to be made and you're worried about fairness in some way or how people look at you and how people judge you. This could come up for people who are looking for jobs, for example, things of that nature. How are you being looked at? Are you being treated fairly, in the process? I sense that that's what's going on here to some extent. I almost think we have to draw Lenormand to see if we get more information on this. It's the coming or going of a matter connected with a decision and being fair and balanced about it. It may be maybe it's not a decision that others are making about you, but it's a decision that you have to make that's important.
The only other thing I would say about it is that to some degree, this may be something that you don't have a full awareness of, like maybe you don't have all the facts in the matter. So if you are the person making the decision, you maybe are holding back from that because you're trying to figure out all of the evidence there. The other part is that you may have a fear, if it's a judgment somebody else is making, that you're going to end up on the wrong side of that judgment. Or maybe you're just a little bit doubtful about whether you are capable, even once you have information, of rendering the right decision or giving information or consultation to somebody if that's what's involved. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird that all those cards are really tipped that way towards the decision, justice kind of thing, question to be answered. There's really nothing else going on in that reading other than that, in a way.
Wow. Hello, Carol from Brazil. Thanks for joining us, but
Hi, Carol.
unfortunately, we'll not be able to read for you tonight because we are just full up with readings. So if you could join us again during one of our streams and subscribe to our channel, we'll try to fit you in next time. And you're welcome to stay and enjoy the chat for now. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, we actually have under 10 minutes and we're probably going over.
We're going to go overtime with the readings we have today.
I put up the schedule. We are Eastern Standard Time hours, and so we will be back next Thursday evening, 7 to 9, or also next Sunday, 2 to 4. And again, sorry we may not be able to get to you today, but we are interested in you, so do come back.
Okay, so Laura, I have the grieving card again. That's come up a bit today. And we are going through some stuff, but I also have the child. And so, I never like to see these two together because I don't want to think of a young person passing or there's some grief over a child or separation between a child and a parent. But the child has other meanings as well. And so what it means to me is the child is following the grief card. And so what it means to me is you might undergo a little period of remorse or sorrow or sadness. It's small. It's about something that's not as big as, maybe as you feel about it. So it will pass. It's just temporary. But there is some sorrow or sadness that's attached to, the upcoming time period here.
Custody, inheritance situations, or things that you might be pulled into, at least. I'm not disallowing for the fact that maybe somebody's just going to be asking you more for your opinions because they feel that there's some validity in what you could add to somebody else's situation. So I'm just thinking that these two cards maybe tell me it could be about wills, inheritances, something like that, possibly decisions about disbursement of money or funding.
The child often means a number of things. It can mean a real child. It can mean, the birth of something. It can be, something new, but something small happening in your life. So that's why when I'm looking at it, modifying the grief card, I'm thinking this is just a period of time where you're going to go through some sorrow, some sadness, but it's not going to be that big a thing. It's not going to be something that's just going to devastate you or anything like that you have to worry about. And that's what we have for you today, Laura. I hope that helps. And let's see, we never read for Acel. Did Acel come back?
Acel might have come back, I'm not sure.
Because if Acel has come back, we will read for you now, Acel. And if not, we're moving on to the next person. Type the name and see if they're there. ask if they are there. So I don't remember seeing them again, but I could be wrong. And with everything being delayed and everybody having different slowness with the stream, but I'm thinking not. So next to Thursday will be, just 3 days away from my birthday. So I'm sure I'll have something planned for Thursday, but I'm just not sure what. Maybe I will share my...
Let's give Estelle just a few more seconds, and then
Yep.
we'll see about the next person.
Yeah, okay, so the next person on the list is Dev Gupta, and then Himani, January girl, Chrissy. And that will close it out today. So I think we're going to move on because I really don't believe Estelle has been in the stream since earlier on.
Okay, Dev Gupta, if you are here, go ahead and type in a question, or if you wish for
A general
reading.
Just let us know. Are you going after my cookie, my last cookie, Mr. Cat? You cannot have it. You cannot have it. You
Yeah, I
cannot
think you're right. I
have
don't
it.
think Estelle has bopped
Nope.
back in a little bit.
Okay, so Dev Gupta, we'll wait a couple minutes for your question. Sunny is playing with me in the pen. Oh, Sunny wants the pen. You're welcome, Laura. Okay, second call for Dev Gupta.
And I've noticed a person or two dropping out.
Yeah,
so
there
I'm
are
not
people
sure.
dropping off, so it's possible that they have left. Give you a couple more seconds to respond. And you know, when we call your name, if you could just let us know you're here, and then take the time to type your question, that would help.
Yeah, we
So-
apologize, but this is about the best system we can have. We kind of have to go with how it appears on our monitor. And we realize that with bandwidth and other situations, some of us may be receiving or sending transmissions at a little bit slower pace. We try to wait as long as we possibly can so that we don't get too bogged down.
Last
But
call for Dev Gupta.
I'd say we're probably going to have to move on from Dev Gupta.
Okay, so we're going to go on to Himani. Are you with us, Himani? I can keep playing with my cat while waiting.
You silly Sunny.
Sunny is in a silly, I want the pen mood. Give me that back. Give me that back.
And we are waiting on Himani.
Okay, Himani, are you with us? Are you up for your reading? You are up for your reading. Is now or never.
You know what I mean. Well, then it looks like we've winnowed out our
All
list a
right,
little bit.
well, we're going to move on.
Yes.
And we are on January Girl. Are you with us, January Girl?
Isn't that the name of a song by the Goo Goo Dolls, January Girl? Or January Friend?
Maybe.
Yes, it is. It's the song that
Upcoming work. If the crisis
Johnny doesn't
ends,
sing
will
that
the
one,
sale
Robbie
goods I
does.
looked at still want me. Situation may be advantage or disadvantage. So let me think about this a minute. Okay, I'm worried about upcoming work. Okay, let's see. Do you want to use my deck again?
Sure, if you got it there.
I've got it here.
And I'm sorry I'm touching my face so much, but these cats, their hair flies around.
We are
and then
not supposed to touch
lands
our
on my
faces.
face, and I'm like, gonna sneeze.
Hey, out of my... That does it. He wants to eat my last cookie. It's not my last. I still got a whole tin of them that I made.
The last one that's in reach.
Last one that's in reach. That's right. Okay, let me shuffle this up for January, girl. Yeah, no, I hear you. We're not safe either. We're all concerned about our jobs right now and what it'll mean when they open the economy up again and how they're going to do it and whether I'm going to feel safe when they do. So, being in a high-risk group.
Not only that, but I work for a city municipality, and it could be easily determined that I am not in an essential service area. And if the economy really takes a dive, I don't know.
Yeah.
If things...
So these are very valid concerns, January girl. Definitely understand.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to let you lay them out there, though. 3.
3 it is. The reversed 7 of Wands.
Okay.
Major Arcana Strength.
That's good, upright.
And Major Arcana Wheel of
Wow.
Fortune.
You know what? Well,
That's a good card.
I'm going to go with it in a minute. So
Seven of
that's the
Wands.
7 of Wands reversed.
Strength, upright, and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, so here's what I see, January girl. Wow, we are at the whims of fate right now, aren't we? With everything that's going on, and the Wheel of Fortune is really indicative of that. The 7 of Wands reversed is also showing that right now, yeah, you are at a real disadvantage. At this time, the 7 of Wands is usually a card where somebody's standing and holding the higher ground, but right now, that's kind of slipped away with circumstances and situations being what they are. But the saving grace in all of this is that Strength card. There's real positive energy surrounding that, and also the fact that, you are very strong in your skills and your abilities, and I think you have that working for you. But I'm not, I'm going to say that I still feel there's positive energy here, but I do feel that we're kind of at the whims of fate right now.
Right. With the 7 of Wands, I concur with Banshee that I think this is saying that you don't have the best positioning right now, but you do have some force on your side. You have either your talent, your abilities, your force of will,
yes,
and you seem to have luck. I'm going to just say that this does suggest to me that it's going to be an amount of luck that will have to see you through. You'll have to do things that will position yourself as lucky. Because remember, the first card was talking about your positioning. So
that's true.
What I want you to do is possibly think about how you can orient yourself to the lucky vibration, So surround yourself with symbols of luck. Consider how you envision yourself to be a lucky person. Sometimes that's about taking chances, but you don't want to take chances that you are too hard, because you don't build up your confidence when your chance doesn't succeed. So you want to do things
Take baby steps,
things that are easier to say, see, I won that, because you build up your confidence. And that's what luck is about too, really, is kind of building up your confidence.
Take it from one who knows.
The whole industry is stalled.
Yeah.
A lot of us, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Ubastis Per. I love your name. Unfortunately, we are just about at the end of our time.
Yeah.
We're actually in overtime. So we will be back for readings next Thursday. We're on Eastern Standard Time here in the States. So we will be back Thursday. If you subscribe to us, you can get a notification when we're back on. Currently, we're only doing these free readings two times a week. And then also, too, we are offering a free card of the day every day on Facebook. And so I put that up there for you, too. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get around to all the readings that are waiting now. So we appreciate that, Ubasti. Thank you so much.
Your Lenormand cards are very interesting to me. We've got the bear again that came up. The bear's been coming up a bit today. And now we have the book. And so the book modifies the bear. And I think that what this is kind of telling me is you'll get, you will empower yourself by, I would say, keeping tabs on all of this, keeping yourself in the loop on what's going on in your field, in sales, what's going on in the place you were planning on working at or you worked at. Keep ahead of trends in the market and what is going on. And if you need to also do some study, further study to maybe, cover your derriere in case things don't work out, in the right direction, that might be called for here too. So do these things to keep yourself empowered and in the loop because, right now everything is really confusing.
I think that a part of what the luck connection is here, and maybe with the strength connection, relates to, of course, that bear card. And I'm thinking the bear card epitomizes your essence of strength too, like the strength card does. So what the book is telling me is that you're going to be on a mission to find what it is that gives you strength, what it is that gives you luck, And so some of that really is self-discovery. And like I said too, with this card, it's also coinciding with the idea about taking those steps you need to create not only your strength, but your sense of confidence. Because all of us are going to have to do that.
Pull out a card for me. Okay.
Oh,
it's the Page of Cups. Well,
that's a nice card.
I will tell you that I just saw your question there. Am I seeing the whole industry will come back, or will there be many who drop out? I'm looking at that. We've got the Page of Cups, which is good news, happy news. I'm sensing that the industry is not going to tank per se, but there might have to be creative ways that they come up with to reset themselves again, to restart again, There's going to have to be a lot of creative thought put into this.
To me, this is a message of saying kind of a relaxed mode here. The Page of Cups represents dreamy qualities, but intuitive qualities. And it doesn't present to me a clear line of force, like maybe strength would or something. God, cat hair is making me die here. But what I will say is that I think that this card is just saying kind of got to hang in a little bit, maybe continue to explore your own feelings about this, meditate, try to, find peace from within to help you get through this time.
I feel there's good news afoot eventually for the industry. But you know what? That might be a question we might want to explore in another reading sometime soon, JG. I would say, instead of, your place in the industry, we could do a reading on the industry itself and see what kind of outlook we get there. So keep that in mind for a future reading. And we're going to move on to our last reading of the day. Chrissy.
Chrissy,
are up.
If you are still here, it is your turn now. We appreciate you waiting.
Thanks for waiting and coming back and subscribing. We really appreciate that, Chrissy.
And if Chrissy is not here, then we will say this has been a wonderful Easter
We'll say that anyway.
We're saying it anyways because it was a wonderful Easter. I think we were kind of really awesome there at different parts.
Wow, some of those saint cards we pulled for people was pretty freaking amazing. I have to say.
I'm going to die with all this cat hair all over my face.
It's always nice to bring out one of my other tools. I like to bring them out into play every so often for people.
You even brought me out today. I'm your tool.
Oh, you're more than just my tool, Mr.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, KC.
I can be everybody's tool. No, I can't. I'm only yours.
He loved it saying, yeah, I think it was awesome. This was so fun.
It was a lot of fun today. You guys are a real hoot. We love all of you.
So calling again, Chrissy, if you're with us, Chrissy.
I'm going to type them in.
Yep. Well, you know what? Maybe while we're waiting for Chrissy, and if they don't show, this will be our last thing. Mr. O, I picked a saint for myself earlier today. Maybe you want to pick a saint card.
What saint did you pick?
Oh, I didn't mention. It was the one above that pandemic one or whatever. I will mention it in a minute.
Okay,
let's
well,
see
let's
what
go
you
ahead and
get.
pull a saint. Is there a Saint Oberon by chance?
No.
I know there's a Saint Barnabas. I like Barnabas Collins on Dark Shadows. Saint Matthias.
Matthias, and that's familiar to me.
Let's see. Something about knowledge or philosophy, right?
I don't know. What do they? Does he have a feather? Is it a writing instrument in his hand?
No, it looks like a little angel or something. Oh, wait, there's a book in one hand. You're right. It's a feather or a quill, so I guess he's a writer. And I said philosophy.
64,
The
right?
patron saint of snappy dancers. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Wait a minute
I need
now.
somebody to play that song. Oh, when the saints come
Okay.
marching in.
Saint Matthias is 1st century Israel Palestine. Oh no, Mr. O. Tax collector before conversion.
I love it.
You know, isn't it a thing about Scorpios? Death and taxes is Scorpio's domain. So at any rate,
Don't
tax
call
collector
them taxes. Call them indulgences for your soul.
protects accountants' economic, sentimental, and professional success.
So nothing really about philosophy.
And you wanted to know which one I drew? The one I drew was Saint Rosa Lemay, who is 17th century Peru.
Oh, wow.
Dominican tertiary, worked among the Indians of South America. Sensitive woman who knows how to understand and help others.
Aw. That's you, Banshee.
I like to think so.
And look, Mr. Sunman has
Okay,
come
Chrissy has flown the coop, so I think
And
it's
so
time.
will we.
And so will we. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's been great. And we hope to see you Thursday, those of you who can make it, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just 3 days before my birthday. And I will see you all next Sunday for a birthday celebration like no other. Take care, everybody. We'll see you
Bye.
soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.